Coming up on today's episode. Welcome back once again to YouTube, here with you at the bench once more. What I have in front of me is the Magnavox radio. Some of you may recall the Russian transistor is still in place. Now, what I have done, I found a pretty good deal on the internet, on eBay, for 3 of these Motorola transistors. I think the price was like $2.97, something like it. Maybe it's $4.97. Whatever it was very cheap for these germanium transistors. And this one in the middle here, the HEP G0008, just happened to be a match for the one in this Magnavox radio as the mixer oscillator. So that one is a cross reference for the 2SA-160, which I believe these were. And so as such, I'm going to take the Russian transistor out, which did not work. And Dave had mentioned about testing these. I did test both of these, and if I can find the actual a picture I took of them, I will post that up. But they both test about the same, and they both test were good. I mean, so that's that. But at some time here in the near future, I plan to take this one out of the package and replace that one with it and try out the radio. Now, this radio here should not be a difficult problem like the Baylor is being, mainly because the only thing I've done to this radio, this was a working radio, you may recall, and the only thing I did was to take the original mixer oscillator transistor out and put it in my other identical radio, Magnavox AM-80. And, well, you can see this is not that great a shape. But again, I kind of like to have it as a working radio. I think it'd be better than not working. So, so like I said, the only thing I had done was take that transistor out and put it in the other radio to make it work. And it did exactly that. It made it work fine. And this one here was working fine. So that is was a good transistor in there. So the only thing I have to do now is either to put that exact transistor back in or one that is similar in characteristics. I thought maybe this one was, but and it was cheap, and I thought, well, I'll try this. And I did. I tried it first. It didn't work. So one of the other ones, this was not on the approved list, by the way. One of the approved substitution list transistors was this Motorola here in the middle, and like I said, I think we will give that one a shot, and hopefully it will work. Now, if it does, it does, and if it doesn't, well, we'll go on from there. But like I said, that's what's up next on the Magnavox, and so that's that. Alright, back once more. I have the Magnavox tuned up here. I have the signal generator on 1 megahertz. Again, that's halfway through the band. And I did tune it in. It was working. I also had it on 1500. It worked there too. So, you can see, here's so all I'm doing is holding it close. So, like I said, that seems to be working with that transistor. That's a HEP G0008. I don't think it's working well because it won't pick up the local station, but other than that, let's see. That's 1390. Let's see if we can get that on there. 1390 kilohertz. Now I'll see if I can tune that in. A little bit difficult, but it's getting there. I don't know if you heard that, the heterodyning of the radio station. That's what that was. So let's take that away for once and see if we actually get the radio station to come in. It is at that frequency. Now I can't get the radio station, but I can get the signal generator. I guess that's a step in the right direction. Something's wrong. I guess that's not the right. You see, it comes in pretty good there. Let's go down once with the power level. Oops, wrong one. There it goes. And it's still coming in. Not great, but it is there. That's -7. So, dBm. So, again, that's probably not very good, because I would think a radio like this should pick up a lot better than that. So that may explain why it's not picking up the radio station. And then again, something could be wrong with the radio station. I never know. Let me double check that. I got another radio over here.
Okay, all right, good. So, $95,000.
So that's working. It's there. No problem. So it's just not picking up on the radio. So anyway, this is a step in the right direction. I think what we've got here, being as this is a mixer oscillator transistor, apparently it is oscillating, but it is not amplifying up to the standards that the radio needs. In other words, it's working as an oscillator, but it is not working as a amplifier, RF amplifier. And it really doesn't do a lot of RF amplification, but it does amplify it enough to push it out to the next stage. And I think, you know, that's probably what the problem. Now, this signal generator is obviously a lot stronger in order to push that out. Like I say, I'll put it up again. That's 3.0 plus 3.0 on the dBm. So that's working good. Turn that off. So there you go. That's a look at that one. So either I've got to find the right transistor or a better transistor, I guess. So at least it does work. So that's good, I guess, in a way. We're making progress with this one anyway, unlike the Baylor. The Baylor is the typical little bastard radio. And yeah, I know. Now Bill's got me saying it a lot. So what I'm going to do is keep looking for a better transistor. Also, you know, I never thought about it, but this is not installed. It is just sticking out here. I'm thinking maybe I'll install it, see if that makes a difference at all. It might. You never can tell. So if that would make a difference, that might be the whole thing, because with it sticking out like that, I'm sure it's working, but yet it's not working optimal. So, all right. We'll come back later on this. I'm back once more. I have the signal generator set to 1390 kilohertz. And I'm going to show you that it does do what it's supposed to do. So it is working. I do have the transistor mounted now into the chassis. I don't know how well you can see that, but it's right there. So, like I said, I don't know if maybe adjusting some trimmers might help or not, but I don't think it will. I think this is just a matter of it's not amplifying good enough. Again, I'm at plus 3.0 on the dBm, and it's not that great, you know, as far as, you know, you put it down here or something like that and you don't get it. Got to hold it pretty close. And it is tuned in as far as I know. So, there you go. I can try tweaking these a little bit, I guess. A little gain out of that one. Yeah, I know this is not the way to do it, but I'm just tweaking. So that's about it. Like I say, I think it's just the wrong transistor in the wrong place or something. So I am going to double check the circuitry, make sure I've got the emitter and the collector correct. I think they are, though, because one goes to the next stage, which is this one here, and the other one, well, you know, now that I'm looking at that, that may be in backwards. I'll have to investigate that a little further, but I'll have to investigate a little bit further. Anyway, that's going to do me. Just wanted to bring you back and show you that. Alright, well, I am back once more. I have it in correctly now, and it still doesn't work. I mean, it still works with the signal generator, but really no change that I could tell in reception quality or anything like that. So I don't know. Maybe it is that transistor. Maybe it's just not got the beta it needs to bring in those signals. I don't know. So I guess we'll continue our lookout for a better transistor, but at least we know it's working as far as the oscillator is concerned. It will tune in a station, even though we have to pump in the amplitude of the signal a little bit higher than probably that should be, but it does work. So, all right. Good day, YouTube, and welcome back to DERB. We are at the bench once more. In front of you, you can see this is not the little bastard. No, it is not. And I do have, I did get in these for the Magnavox. Now these are the 2N4106, I believe is the number. I don't have it in front of me, but I think that's what them are. I was able to order those from All Electronics LLC, and I did get the lower price on that. So that's what those are, and I will be putting one of those into the Magnavox here. Hi guys, we are back once more on the Magnavox. What you see is what you get. This little E marked son of a gun here is the new, yes, it's a new transistor. I thought I would try one of the 2N4106 types in there, and it is installed and it is correct, I do believe. As correct as I think I can get it. So basically the collector is on this side, and this is our line of IF, so that's where the collector would go. The oscillator is on this side, and that would be the oscillator coil that the emitter is hooked to, and the base is in the middle there, and it has the antenna wire hooked to it. And I think that is exactly right. I'm going to double check the schematic, but I got to be missing something, because this does exactly the same as the last two. It's just like it's working, but it's not working. Something is amiss, we'll put it that way. Seems to be oscillating because you can put in the station frequency, and and it comes through the radio just like the 455 does. Of course, you have to tune it to that station, but I mean, once you tune it to the station that the signal generator is putting out, it will come through the radio. So I'm missing something. Don't know what, but definitely missing something. Now, this, if you'll recall, this radio did work previously with the original transistor. I'm about to the point where I'm going to put the original back in there and take the original out of the other radio and put it back in there and see if that fixes it. And I don't think it will, because there's something else we're missing here. Something got askewed during all this changing around, and I don't know what it is. But like I said, it does operate as a radio should. Like I said, you put in, I think I put 1390 in there, which is our local station. It came right through the speaker once I tuned the tuning dial to 1390, and it worked just fine. And it just doesn't seem to be picking up anything. Now, that could be this antenna. This antenna has fell out I don't know how many times. It's not in there very good. But I checked all 4 of the wires coming off of it, and they all seem to be connected. I have not checked the continuity. I make sure they're, good coils on here. That could be the problem. But as far as the oscillator is concerned, I believe the oscillator is working because, like I said, it will pass the station frequencies. So we're going to have to take a break on this one until I can figure out something else. Same question on this one as the Baylor. You guys know if I've missed something, let me know in the comments. And like I said, that's kind of where we're at with this. And I was hoping to have this fixed, for sure today. But like I said, that was the third transistor that I had tried in there, and all 3 performed pretty much exactly the same way. And the only thing I didn't do with the first one, the Russian transistor, I don't know if I checked it to find out if the station was getting through. But I'm going to say it probably was. I just didn't figure it was working because I thought it was going to be a simple matter of hooking up the transistor and everything worked. And I obviously was wrong on that one. So, all right, I am back once again. I decided to do this was going to be the easiest way to explain this. This is the transistor in question, the converter, mixer, oscillator, whatever you like to call it. Bob and I were discussing this after I replaced that transistor, and this is correct. This base 6.3, I actually measured 5 something, but that's with the battery I was using. I don't know if it was a full battery or not. So it is basically a good positive voltage there. Now, when I measured the emitter and the collector, those are backwards. Basically the collector measures the same, well, a little bit more than the voltage on the base, and the emitter measured 0. So, so obviously there is a problem there. And I know part of the problem is that I have checked very closely. I thought the emitter tied directly to the oscillator transformer, which is A4 right here, and I was wrong. It does not do that. It ties to this 1500 ohm R4 right here, and also a C6 right here. And that is where I made my mistake. I do believe that the transistor is in with the emitter and the collector reversed, because I have, like I said, the emitter tied to this point right here, and the collector is obviously tied probably over here. I'm not really sure. I'm going to have to double check on that, but I'm fairly certain that this is wrong. I do know that, because I've even checked the oscillator, and there's 3 connections on the other side of that, and that is correct. I have basically the emitter tied here, and that is wrong. So that is one of the problems for sure with this radio, and I'm hoping that's the only problem. Now, I remember back when I put the Russian transistor in, I believe I had it in that way to begin with. And I don't know if anybody noticed, but it pretty much worked either way, the same as this one does. It did the same thing. So I'm not really sure if maybe I mixed that up or what, but because it wasn't real easy to tell on that Russian transistor what was what and where was when. So on the transistor that I bought, the 2N4106, it has an orange dot by the collector, and the base is the middle pin on the bottom, and that would leave only one pin left as the emitter. So pretty simple, to do. And I know I've got the collector tied on the wrong spot because, like I said, it ties to this side here. So that's what I'm going to have to do. It's a little late now to do this, so I'm going to go ahead and add this to the video, and we'll come back. Now, I started out this video as something else, and I didn't make it very far with that either. That will be Friday probably, as I finish up some stuff on it. But I had planned to take a break from both of these transistor radios on this one, but it'll have to wait till Friday. Because I'm this close on this one, I want to get this wrapped up and hopefully get it working. So, like I said, I'm going ahead and do this, put this up for tomorrow. This is Halloween Eve, or Halloween night, or whatever you want to call it. They did trick-or-treating tonight here in Seymour, so like I said, it's Monday evening. So, like I said, I'll go ahead and put this up for tomorrow. You guys can watch it. And I think, again, that once I get these leads switched around, I'm going to double check on this one here because I think I may have that one wrong as well in where I have it going. Now, the only one I'm actually absolutely positive, 100% sure is the base because it ties directly to this lead from the antenna. And that's the only thing it ties to. And that's exactly the way it's set up. So it is right. So anywho, I hope you all followed this. But like I said, basically the collector and the emitter is switched around. So I'm going to get that switched around the other way. And hopefully this radio will work then. But I will bring you back and show you that if I do get it working. So, all right, this is going to do me. Let's get back to the other part of the video and we'll close it out. All right, we're going to call her good. Like I said, again, this has static like it's a radio, and you tune it to the station using the antenna and stuff like that, and nothing happens. But again, signal generator puts the station right through. So there you go. We'll talk at you guys later. Have a good one. See ya.